Saturday. We all know what Saturday means time for a new broadcast. So this week on Uncle Steve says you need a get home bag. Okay? Now, a get home bag or a 3-day bag is not the same as a bug out bag. And we're going to discuss bug out bags, but at a later date. Okay? Right now we're talking about a get home bag. So what's a get home bag? A get home bag is something that you may need in an emergency. Right? We got winter coming, which means more bad weather. Anybody lived on the East Coast last year remembers all the snow we got. So you may be trapped at home, you could be stuck in traffic, stuck on the side of the road, or stuck at work. Never mind all the other stuff going on in the country right now. Let's try to keep an open mind about that sort of nonsense. So you need a get home bag. First thing needs a bag. Now what I'm using is just a school back type bag. Okay? A couple of pockets. Inside the pockets you've got little cubby hole type pockets to put stuff in, and a pocket on the front. You can get as fancy as you want with these. You can go buy $100 military type bag, a big camping type bag, but really this is basically all you're going to need. Now what I would suggest would be to stay with a subdued type color, blacks, grays, that kind of thing. I would stay away from pinks, greens, anything with racing stripes, My Little Pony, or Hello Kitty. With the exception if you're a 6'4" ex-Marine, let's be honest about it, you definitely need a Hello Kitty backpack because that would just be hilarious. So what do we want to put in our get home bag? Here's some things that I would suggest. Okay, the first thing is water. You got to have water. Now, unless you're buying U.S. Coast Guard approved long-term storage water, bottled water will work fine. Okay. The problem with bottled water is, of course, it has an expiration date. And how does water expire? Well, it's not treated, so it'll build up algae or any type of bacteria that may be introduced when it's bottling it. So I wrote a date on mine. The date I've got here is the month and the year, 12/15. So I know in 6-8 months to take this out of my bag, use it in my home use, and replace it with fresh items. That way you always have fresh water. Okay? Water is heavy. You're also going to want a water filtration system. Those are relatively inexpensive. I don't have one yet. It's on order, but it's something that you're going to want to think about as well. The next thing is going to be food. What I have here is just some granola type bars and some peanut butter. This is going to provide you with carbohydrates, proteins, and sugar. Keep your body functioning, keep your mind functioning, and help with energy. You can add other things to your food items if you wish. I would be careful adding a bunch of stuff because you're adding more weight to your bag. It's more weight to carry. If you want to add something like canned tuna fish, for example, then you got to add a can opener, more weight. Okay, keep it simple. Of course, if you have peanut allergies, you got to find something else to use. I understand that. Let's move on to hygiene. If you're stuck out somewhere for a couple of days, after a day or two without a shower, you're going to start to stink. You're going to be around yourself much less anybody else. So one of the things we have here is just basic sort of baby wipes. This is pretty good at washing all the stinky areas. It's also pretty good for cleaning up after when nature calls. Deodorant, toothbrush, and toothpaste. Another thing you want to think about is some hand sanitizer. This is an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. It's something to have with you anytime, really, especially with cold and flu season. It's a nice thing to have in your get-home bag as well. Keep your hands clean. Hygiene is important if you can't get to a fresh supply of soap and water. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is a notebook of some type. Okay, well, let's be honest about it. We all have cell phones, smartphones nowadays, but how often is your phone connected to the wall outlet because your battery's about dead? In a situation where the power may be out or you're stuck out on the road, how much life are you going to have in your phone? Okay, that's where this is going to come in handy. Write down your contact information, your name, your address, your home phone number to start with, then other contacts, your neighbors, your family, your friends, whoever's close around that you might need to call in case you're in trouble. have their names, their addresses, and their phone numbers in here in case your phone dies. Also, you've got plenty of extra pages to make notes of any sort of accidents you may see, or once you get home, if for some reason you can't stay at home, the power's out in your home, you can leave a note for any of your other family members who may not have made it home yet. Hey, I've gone next door to the neighbors because they've got a fireplace, etc. Great thing to have. Of course, if you're going to have a notebook, you're going to need a pen. Make sure you have a good pen. The next thing would be some type of shelter. This is called a tarp. I'm sure everybody's seen one of these. They're relatively inexpensive. This one's a 4x6. They make them really big. However, that's more weight to carry you. Paracord. 50 foot of paracord will get you through a bunch of stuff. You can hang up this tarp to use it as a shelter. You can use it as a clothesline in case your clothes get wet or whatever. And then duct tape, because everybody knows duct tape fixes everything. This is good to fix a busted radiator hose. It's good to hold a window open. If you got a window that's busted, you can plastic over it, duct tape, put it in your get home bag. You will need it. Okay? Distraction. If you've got a couple days on your hands with nothing to do, the TV's out, the power's out, deck of cards is a good way to distract yourself and your family members from what's going on around you. It's a good way to have a little fun, and they're lightweight, they're inexpensive. Brand new deck of cards, throw it in your bag. Pocket knife. A good pocket knife will save your life. It really will. Okay, this is a Swiss type Army knife. You got a pocket knife, you got a flat blade screwdriver, can opener, a Phillips head screwdriver. Also a multi-tool. Now this is a small multi-tool. Okay, it'll get the job done. There again, I've got a screwdriver, I've got a knife, I've got pliers, it's got a little flashlight on it. It's relatively inexpensive. These things can run a bunch of money if you want a big one. If you want a big one, by all means, go buy a big one. But those two things will come in a lot handy, especially cutting tape, cutting rope, that kind of thing. A big knife. Okay? Now this is a United States Marine Corps issue K-bar knife. I like it because it's real heavy. The butt cap you can use as a hammer. The blade itself is real heavy. You can pretty much hack through anything you need to hack through. Trying to cut up some small wood for start a fire or anything like that. It's a nice thing to have. Flashlights. Okay, I've got a couple flashlights because if you like me, anytime you need one, the stupid thing's dead. A couple flashlights, extra batteries. If you wear glasses, like I do, and all my members of my family do, eyeglass repair kit. Trust me, you're gonna need it. First aid. Okay, you don't need a fancy big first aid kit. What I have here is a couple different things. Bandages, Tylenol, an ACE bandage, alcohol swabs, antibiotic creams, hydrocortisone creams in case you walk through rose bushes or anything gets itchy. Hydrocortisone. A couple seasonal things, right? Off. If you live in North Carolina, good God Almighty damn. 10 months a year, you need something to keep mosquitoes off of you. Sunscreen. If you're fair skinned like my wife and children are, 3 minutes in the sun and you look like a lobster. Sunscreen will save you, especially if you're walking any distances. Then you want to put some clothes in there. A couple extra pair of socks, some underwear. Trust me, if you've ever been camping or you're ex-military, then you know dry feet or happy feet. A couple of pair of socks, you'll thank me later. Some extra shirts or pants. If you work in an office that requires has a dress code, then you're going to want some comfortable clothes to be in, especially if you're trying to walk home. Then a hat. Any type of hat, throw it in your bag. Because there again, if you're stuck outside, keep the rain out of your face, keep the sun out of your face. Okay? An extra pair of shoes and a winter jacket. Just throw them in the trunk of the car, keep them there all the time. Alright, don't go buy a brand new pair of boots or a brand new pair of shoes and throw them in there. If you're gonna buy brand new, wear them, break them in. Then just throw them in the trunk. Same with a winter jacket. Throw it in the trunk. leave it there because you never know when you're going to need it. A couple things else that you might need if you're on prescription medicine. Keep a couple days supply of prescription medicine in your bag. A couple things that I've got ordered I don't have yet are maps. Okay, local maps for your area. I've got magnesium fire starters ordered as well to go along with a cigarette lighter to help start a fire, light candles, stuff like that. Keep those in your bag. Emergency blankets. Those Mylar emergency blankets, they're relatively cheap. Throw a couple of those in there. You never know when those will come in handy. And then, like I said, with the eyeglass repair kit, or if you wear contacts, make sure you've got an extra contact holder and eye wash, lens solution, that kind of thing. Okay? Put the bag together. I know I've weighed this bag. This bag's 12 pounds. Okay? Doesn't sound like a lot. Put all your bag together, put it on your back, and go for a walk. See how far you can get without being fatigued or without hurting. Go to the park. Go on one of the trails where you're in the woods walking with that pack. Then you're going to see you're going to take that pack out at least 2 or 3 times a month. Put it on and wear it. Okay? Now, that's all I've got for a get home bag. Now, I know what you're saying. I'm on a budget. I can't do this. I will tell you that we put together 4 bags, everything you see here, for $90 total. Okay? You do the math. That's less than $30 a bag. Don't do it all at one time if you can't. Get a bag, put some water and food in it, then start adding other things. I promise you, I hope we never have to use these things. But after recent events in this country, do yourself a favor, do Uncle Steve a favor, get yourself a get home bag. Okay? There again, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video, please. If you got any comments, please comment on the video. Uncle Steve says, be prepared. And I just want you to know Uncle Steve loves you and wants you to be safe. Okay, everybody, have a nice day.